still celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month here at the station, and today we want to celebrate our very own Dominique Williams. Thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank y'all for even just taking the time to, give this celebration and just represent some of us who work here from the community,
Yeah, we're so excited. So first, we know that you were born in the United States, but can you tell us a little bit about your family story, maybe how they came over?
Yeah, so I was born in Miami, so it was my mother, even though she left after being 1 year old. But her parents, my grandmother and my grandfather, so my grandmother is Puerto Rican and my grandfather is Cuban. Though my grandmother was born in Brooklyn, her mother was born in Puerto Rico, in Farajo. Puerto Rico is the name of the city. Okay. And then my grandpa, he was born in Cuba along with his 5 brothers. And it's an interesting story about him that he actually presented to me. So he was, it's coming up, the anniversary on October 20th, 1965. He was only 17 years old so they have a naval base in Guantanamo Bay. It's by the U.S. Navy ship. And there, my great-grandfather, his father was an employee there, and he wanted to flee the country. And a lot of the refugees, what they do is they swim in the ocean because you can't walk across the land because there are mines there. So my grandpa managed to get through the naval base, and once you get on the naval base, and since it's a U.S. base, it's a wet foot, dry foot law where automatically you have to be transported to the country. Wow. And that's how he managed to get here. And they came to Miami, and the first trip they took him to was New York. And he started making life in New York, and then started bringing my other family members over, his brothers, which are my uncles, and my great-grandmother and my great-grandpa came, and they made life in New Jersey, where he met my grandmother. And they made life and had 2 children together, and that was pretty much like, oh wow, like it's a whole entire backstory of how we came to the Americas.
That's so cool. I love the history that's really in there, and such a hard journey too to get over here to the fact that
17 years old.
Yeah, 17.
My mom was just happy I didn't get pregnant at 17.
Yeah.
My grandpa was like, let's go to the country.
I know. And then to start a family, I love that. It's so exciting.
Yes, he pioneered for you all, so you can be here today. So that's very beautiful.
And I hear so many stories when people say the American dream, like when I meet other people from other countries, because in Miami, it's a melting pot. There's different backgrounds of everyone. That's why I think it was kind of cool growing up in that area. And everyone has a story and how they get here. And so when we see it like on the news and stuff, when we see refugee stories and people trying to cross the border, like they're all just trying to get here to set up a better future for their, their future generation of children's of children. And sometimes I'll say like on my ancestors' wildest dreams, like going from the little country in Guantanamo or Farajo, Puerto Rico, is like, now look at me, I'm in Louisiana doing what I get to do.
I know, that's so
love
cool.
this. So how does it feel to just be celebrated this month, celebrating your family, and also how are you all celebrating?
So some of my family members, they became Americanized so much now over the years, because some of them only been here since like the 70s and the 80s, but we try to still like keep that tradition. We try to cook some of the same food and stuff. Like one of my favorite Puerto Rican dishes that my grandmother makes is acapulcas, and it's like a big plantain dish, like just like a plantain, but it's like you can make chicken in it, beef, or if you're a vegetarian, I don't know what they put for vegetarian, but it's one of my favorite dishes. We go to a lot of Cuban restaurants. Like in Miami, Cuban food is chef kiss, like one of my favorites. But we still try to get that. We try to talk about stories, our backgrounds, because even though my family were born in Puerto Rico and Cuba, we have a whole history beyond that, like coming from like Spain on my grandmother's side, and then my grandpa, his parents were born in Jamaica, and they came from Africa. So we always just try to celebrate the history beyond our country and how different cultures come together.
Yeah, I love that. That sounds like your family sounds like a fun time to get to be around. I love that.
Wait till y'all see the pictures. Y'all can see how so blended and diverse our family is. You wouldn't even think we're all related. But
I love that.
We just all love each other and just love celebrating one another and just enjoy life.
Yeah, I'm eager to see those dishes you were talking about.
I know, you might have to bring us some, Dominique.
There's another dish called fricassé de pollo. It's like, I did not like it as a kid, but now I'm like, dang, I'm craving some. I'm gonna go home for Christmas just to eat all the Spanish food.
Yeah. I love
And I
that.
see you have a plate right here. Can you explain that a little bit?
So this is a license plate I actually picked up in Puerto Rico. So I've never really been to Puerto Rico, but I went through a transfer flight. And so I was like, well, since I landed in Puerto Rico, I gotta get something.
Yeah.
So it just has like all the cities, like Mayugueza is a popular city, Ponce, just different cities that a lot of tourists and people travel to, but also like other small parts of the country that have their own little twist. And like it's kind of like Louisiana. Everyone has their little different places and stuff. So it's just something cool to just remind me. Then San Juan, the capital of Puerto Rico. So it's just little things I like to collect when I travel. But I hope to go back home. Like I say home, but it's my home of my family, mothers and fathers. And I talked to my grandmother this morning. I was like, I want to go to Puerto Rico. Like, y'all need to take me. So I can see where it was like my grandparents grew up. So
yeah, that would be really cool. For sure.
I definitely hope you experience that. I know you will.
I mean, I do love to travel.
Yes.
Hopefully, because sometimes trying to convince my family to travel, they be like, they like America because it's safer. They don't want to go back because it kind of reminds them like why they left. But there's still beautiful parts when it comes to traveling back, visiting, and I try to get that through.
For sure.
Well, thank you so much for giving us a glimpse of your family history and just sharing your story overall. We definitely enjoy celebrating our very own here, and we thank you so much for joining us.
Thank y'all so much, and go Hispanic Heritage.